Hello and welcome back to the Women's University Championship from Moulton College, Northampton. My name's George, I'm running the stream on behalf of Wired Up Media. Big shout out first of all to the sponsors, that would be Eleiko, SBD and Spotter. Big shout out as well to British Powerlifting who've put this all together, and big shout out to the Moulton Farm Powerlifting Club who provided the spotters, the loaders, all the people who make this today. We're just heading into Flight A of the afternoon session, starting off with Megan Garfield, and I am very ably assisted today by Abby Graham, fantastic lifter in her own right, who I'll let introduce herself in a second, and who will be commentating with me throughout this afternoon session. Hello to everybody on the stream. I can't see how many of you there are at the moment, but I will have a little look. Sorry if you got momentarily cut off. There was a slight pause in internet at this end. Just so you know, there is have been some underlying internet infrastructure issues here at Moulton. You might get a bit of a break in connection. If that's the case, we're very sorry, and we will do our absolute best to rectify that as soon as we can. Okay, lovely. So, standing by now, we've got Megan Garfield coming up straight away. So keep us informed in the chat of what's going on. Like I say, we've been made aware of a sort of infrastructural issue with some of the connections here. It's nothing to do with the college, it's outside the college. It's holding steady at the moment, so hopefully that'll be the way it continues. So, looking forward to Megan Garfield. Abby, how are you getting on?
Yeah, good, thanks, George. So, it was a very long earlier session that we had today, a lot of lifters. But it was pretty engaging throughout, actually. There was really a lot of excitement. Now, this is Megan Garfield, 55 kilo opener, 63 kilo weight class. The 63 kilo weight class holds particular interest for me personally because it's my own weight class.
Looked good to me.
Yeah,
from
that
Megan
looked
there.
like a safe opener. Yeah, 3 white lights, good start.
Fantastic.
So, yeah, it's always nice watching your own weight class because you've got a reference point. It's just hard in your mind to really gauge the lifts of another weight class. It's hard to kind of recognize like where they are relative to yourself. So, but yeah, your own weight class is always kind of like special to watch. So we've got a 62.5 kilo opener from Laura Petch in the 63 kilo weight class. So that's just around her own body. Actually, that's slightly over her own body weight. She's light for her weight class. So that's already over her own body weight that she's got on her back there. So you know, that's not a small weight.
Looked good to me from Laura.
Now we thought we thought it was good. Actually, she's got 2 red lights for that. She's failed the lift. We're not entirely sure the reason. It's probably depth. It's hard to see from our angle. It's hard from the camera angle to see. Insufficient depth is the usual reason for people failing the squat. Yeah.
So, excuse me while I slightly rearrange the scoring in the bottom corner of the screen. We head over to the platform for Amelia. So
this is 70 kilograms opener for Amelia from Oxford University. She weighs 58.1 kilos herself.
Looked good from here.
It did look good.
See how she gets along.
Yeah, 3 white lights.
Excellent. So Ursula Davies is up next.
Yeah, 72.5 kilos opening squat. So this is it's a pretty interesting championships, this one actually, because there is no qualifying procedure. So some of these lifters, this is actually their first competition, but then within the same competition, we've also got some lifters who are actually already experienced at an international level. We've got some junior lifters who've already represented their country, who are phenomenally strong. So we're seeing the entire range of experience within a single competition. Oh dear, yeah, so that's a missed opener.
Ursula, so I wonder what happened there. So I think this is what you were saying, Abby, about the change in sort of sometimes experience. So that to me looked like it was just a slight imbalance on one side that threw her slightly off. Let's hope that's the case. She can come back and correct that.
Yeah.
Olivia Horncastle up next. Oh, she seems a little unsure, Olivia. Not quite. Oh, so.
Okay, so it's 75 kilos. I think there's some slight confusion about who the next lifter is. So yeah, early on in a session, sometimes it takes just a little bit of time for everyone to settle down and work out kind of the order of the lifters and stuff. And it's been such a long day actually so far. So
well, it has, yeah. So actually, on that point, we're coming up to 6 hours and 47 minutes. The team here have been working. Yeah, it's a good long time. Olivia, was that deep enough? That would be the question in my head. Let's see how she does.
It's hard. It's hard to judge from this front angle. Now, yeah, it's 3 white lights there. 3 white lights. So yeah, the referees all thought it was good. But yeah, you know, sometimes you might look at the front camera angle and think that you know, a squat was deeper than it actually is. But you know, we mustn't be deceived. The referees on the side have an accurate view. You cannot accurately judge squat depth from a front view. Yeah.
Thanks, Max Smith, for letting us know this is Olivia's first competition today. We'll definitely give her as many shout-outs as we can. Obviously, with a lot of people coming through. Here comes Hannah O'Brien at 75. Let's see how she gets on. Yeah. Took a while to get the command. I wonder if that was her feet or...
sometimes it's... again, we couldn't see from... We don't have a side view. Very often it's that the lifter's knees appear to be slightly bent. It's actually just a natural way that a lot of us actually stand, but in actual fact the referees need to see locked out knees before they'll give the start command. Yeah. Okay, we've now got a 77.5 opener from Emma Glennon, 63 kilo weight class. Quite light for her class. Quite a lot of these lifters are quite light for class. She's 59.75 kilos herself.
Emma was quite keen to get out there, actually. She slightly beat the platform command, but that's always good to see.
So that was clearly quite deep. Even from the front, we could see that it was. So let's see what they said. Yeah, 3 white lights.
Great lift.
Okay, so 82.5 kilo opener for Naomi Fenton. Again, she's quite light for her class, 60.4 kilos. But when lifters are fairly new, then they're usually not trying to actually cut weight to get into a weight class. That doesn't make any sense until you've been competing for a little while. It's better to just enjoy competing, find your feet. So I think that's why quite a lot of these lifters are not close to the weight limit, because they're just naturally sitting at this weight.
Fortunately, Naomi just missed that. She's seeing a lot of in this first flight. I don't know if it's depth or it's just I'm not quite sure.
No, I don't know, but
seems to be the theme a little bit. I'm sure people will make the correction they need to make and get what they need on the second time round, though. It's all pretty solvable.
I mean, you know, referees do call things slightly differently. Different referees do make slightly different calls.
Here comes Amy Pittman. Now that should be.
That looks super deep. I can't believe
deep.
That's not deep enough. Let's see.
Judges say.
Yeah, that was convincing for everyone. 3 white lights. But yeah, you do have to be prepared to look at the referee decisions that are being given to other lifters, and you have to be prepared to squat very deep if needed.
Absolutely.
You know, if you look at them and you see, oh my goodness, you know, there's a lot of red lights here for depth, then be prepared to make an adjustment yourself and squat pretty deep. Otherwise, you might get red lights too.
Here comes Lisa Jones. Gets herself ready to go. Deep breath of air. She's looking down, which can some.
Nicely executed. Okay, so if you are a long-legged lifter and you have a short torso, then the mechanics of the squat are such that you will end up with quite a folded body position. You will have to execute quite a substantial rotation of your body during the lift. Now, what that means is that if you actually look downwards on the squat, by the time you reach your bottom position, your head's actually in line with your body. So you're no longer looking downwards, really. By the time you get to the bottom of the squat, if you're a long-legged lifter, your head is simply in a neutral position. Whereas you'd be craning your neck right up if you were to look kind of straight ahead, if you happen to be not blessed on squat mechanics. So that's my view of why looking down can be a good thing, particularly if you are a long-legged squatter. That's my opinion. But yeah, that's not always the approach that people take. You get some long-legged people who are pretty good squatters who favour a high chest and looking forwards.
So that was Catriona McLean. Listen, if you are experiencing a connection drop, we do apologise for that. There is an external issue with the internet here at Moulton. Nothing to do with the college itself. It's to do with the outside provider. Unfortunately, we're also in a 4G black spot. And so the sum total issue is that when that happens, we can't go to our backup, which is the 4G dongles. So if you do have a connection drop, we do apologise. We'll do our very best to sort of fix it. If it does go offline, just stay with us and we will be back. And again, apologies for that. We'll try our very best to fix as best we can. We are making a recording of everything, so don't worry, nothing is being lost. It'll all be available in the fullness of time.
And that was a good 95 kilo opener from Catriona McLean just there. And now 97.5 kilo opener for Amy Viner. This is all 63 kilo class that you're going to be seeing in this afternoon session. Just one weight class, a lot of lifters, but it's all the 63 kilogram weight class. This is kind of like middleweight. This is really in the middle of the weight classes for women. So these are kind of like women of sort of middle average size, and it's my own weight class.
Here comes Amy Viner, 97.5. As long as it was deep enough.
That looked well executed as an opener. 3 white lights, it's good. So as we've seen all of today so far, we're seeing just really, really well selected weights for these openers. They look how openers should look. We haven't seen any struggle with them. We haven't seen any grind them out. This is as it should be. 100 kilo opener for Lily Erskine. So 100 kilos, it's always a milestone as a lifter. And it's no small weight if you're a 63 kilo class lifter.
Yeah, it's one of those big numbers that everyone gets psyched for, isn't it? So
yeah.
Let's just see how Lily gets on with it. It's composed, drops it in, stands it back up.
Yeah, she took her time, she didn't rush it, and that's all right. Yeah, that was good. So Lily, that we just saw there, her PB is actually 105 in the squat, so she's looking good. That was a 100 kilo opener, it was perfectly comfortable, so it looks like she might be getting a squat PB today. Let's hope she does. And the bar is loaded. Lift of the squatter will be Laura. So, Rebecca is a strong squatter. I mean, this is an impressive opener, but her PB is actually 115. I mean, that's pretty nice. So let's see if she can get a squat PB today and beat 115.
Here she comes. Takes a deep breath, gets herself set. Braces, drops into it, pushes back out.
It's quite controlled descent, but she didn't stall. That was good. That was a really nice opener. Yeah, it's well done. Well done, Rebecca.
Again, I hope you can all see all right. If you do get any connection drops, we do apologise. The great team here at Moulton College are trying to fix it, but unfortunately there's a slight external error by their ISP, and there's only so much they can do. At the moment we're showing some drop frames, but not too much. Hopefully that's going to improve as things go on. Otherwise you might find that I go a little bit quiet as I run around trying to find an alternative way into internet service. For now though, all looking good, so hope you're good. Go on, Laura!
Okay, now Laura missed this.
Shout outs wherever we can. Oh yes, of course, Laura missed this, didn't she? Sorry.
No, I think it was a technical reason. It was probably squat depth. That looked good.
Yeah, it looked like she'd made the correction, doesn't it?
Yeah, 3 white
lift.
lights.
Brilliant.
Whatever the issue was.
There you go, Kelsey, I think it is on the stream.
Okay, Megan Garfield. She's from York University. She's next up. And she's studying what I think is environmental geography. Megan Garfield. 65 kilos for her second. So she successfully executed 55 kilos on her opener. So that's considered quite a big jump, actually, a 10 kilo jump. Now, a jump of that size is really nice if you can do it, actually, because it means you can open really safely. So now something's gone wrong though. She's got 3 reds for that.
I think that was depth. I think she just didn't commit to getting it right to the bottom.
So she lifted it easily enough. So I think she'll probably get that on the 3rd attempt. The weight wasn't a problem. It didn't look like the weight was a problem. So Ursula Davis missed her opener. Again, probably depth. So she's taking 72.5 kilos again. For her second attempt, it was her missed opener.
There she comes. Looks composed. Hopefully that was deep enough.
Yeah, it's hard for us to tell from this camera angle.
Yeah,
it's 2 to 1,
2 to 1.
so she's still cutting it fine. You know, that's something that she should take into account for future competitions. But she's on the board. It's okay. She's on the board.
Amelia Bassett, 75 kilograms.
Amelia from Oxford University.
Big shout out to everyone on the
competition. This is Amelia's first
Really?
competition. Yeah.
Ah, fantastic.
She's studying chemistry at Oxford.
Brilliant.
So yeah, to get the opener trouble free in the first comp, that's a good start.
Here she comes. Nice deep breath. Should be low enough. Let's see how she gets on.
So she's got 1 red light, but she's got 2 white, so she gets awarded the lift. It's the centre referee actually didn't like something, so it's probably not depth. I'm not quite sure what the centre referee would have seen there. Usually, if there's a question about depth, it's the side referees who will red light that. So a red light from the centre referee usually means some other fault on the squat. 80 kilo second attempt from Hannah O'Brien from Loughborough University. She opened on 75.
Steps it out. Well braced. Down and up. Doesn't seem to be a problem.
3 white lights, that was good. Yeah. So Hannah is she's a manufacturing engineer at Loughborough. Loughborough's got a very strong reputation for engineering as a university. So Olivia Horncastle, 82.5 kilos, her second attempt. She opened on 75, successful. It's a good second attempt. Three white lights. Yeah, that looked like an appropriate second attempt. It was clearly some work, but there wasn't any doubt she was going to get it. She kept it moving. So she's got a bit left there.
Here comes Emma. Steps herself out.
82.5 kilos, stays on the bar, the same weight, Emma Glennon. She opened on 77.5, so this is a 5 kilo increase from her opener.
Looks composed. See, she drops it down. It's a little bit of unevenness on the way back up, but it's not the end of the world if she's got the depth and all the rest.
Yeah, 3 white lights. It's good. So yeah, so far. Okay, so let's see what happens here with Naomi. She missed her opener, and I see that she's decided to increase it by 2.5 kilos. So it must have been. Let's hope it was a technical error. I don't remember her struggling with this.
Now some coaches have some pretty heavy rules about not increasing if you miss your first, don't they?
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's definitely a risk. I'm not quite sure why they're doing it. Oh,
wow! Something there was all sorts of
some strange things going on with
there.
that.
Let's see what happened. No.
Oh,
so that might have been a beating of the start command.
Now this is the first time we've seen this today. We haven't yet seen anyone miss 2 of their lifts. So now she just needs to remain calm. There's clearly no problem with the weight itself. She's strong enough. There's no doubt about that. But she does need to stay calm now. She's only got one more chance, actually.
Yeah.
So this is now quite a nerve-wracking situation for her, for Naomi.
And that is the concern, isn't it? It's the spiral. It's the no, I'm going to miss my lift. You miss your second, then you really
then you can start to freak out. You really can start to forget. And the time, the attempts just are flying past before your eyes.
Yes,
you still don't have anything on the board. It's all a bit alarming. So Lisa Jones, 95 kilos. She got her 87.5 kilo opener. No problem. 95. That looked like a really solid second attempt. It looked like a bit of work, but it's clearly not her limit. It was nicely executed.
Yeah, I think the concern is always with missing an attempt is that you head towards, oh no, am I going to bomb out territory? And then each missed one escalates the tension.
Definitely. So, I mean, with Naomi, clearly she doesn't have any trouble actually squatting the weight of 85 kilos, which is the thing that's going to save her here, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been picked well in that, oh wow, oh goodness. Okay, Naomi was still heading up when she missed that, so if she hit it with a bit more velocity, she might find it, but it did look pretty much like she was having a bit there.
Yeah.
Now, she got her first, didn't she?
She did, okay, so she doesn't have to worry, really.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so now, here's somebody else who missed her opener. Isabel, 53 kilogram weight class. So 97.5 kilos, that's like 1.5 times her body weight. That's not a small weight.
Significant weight, yeah. She looks good to go for it. Let's see how she gets on.
So she looks anxious, but also she looks like she's concentrating. She's not flustered.
Down and through. Lovely.
So a tough second attempt, but she did execute it quite nicely.